Hello, everyone. Thank you for taking your own time to come here and see our research today. My name is John Gagnon Jr., and I'm going to open our presentation talking about investing with a sustainable approach. So investing with a sustainable approach, we took the angle of ESG. So ESG is known as environmental social governance scoring. And this is a scoring system that now scores companies based on their environmental, social, and governance impacts within their own companies. It had become extremely important in Europe over the last few years and is now starting to spill over into the US as investors are becoming increasingly cognizant of their investments and how their impacts are not only affecting the environment, social systems, but also governance within. And how we went about acquiring this data was using the Sustainalytics platform and their scoring system, which is from Morningstar, but we were able to access all of that data from our Bloomberg terminals in the Mutual Capital Markets Lab. I'm now going to introduce Kirill to talk about research design.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kirill Poltsev, and I will talk about the research and design. We have 11 broad factors that we screen in Bloomberg's factor to watch, and we decided to choose the best of the performance on 11 sectors, and then we implement them in the sub-factors to get the best performance result. And right now, I would like to introduce Jared Carvalho.
Thank you, Kirill. So the way that we went about our research and getting our data was first we used Bloomberg to find value-adding factors for each sector. So this was using the factors to watch function and sorting data by 5-year return as we were looking at a 3-year period. And this was the closest that we could get. We then backtested each of these results to quantify the value added. As you can see on the left, this is just an example of a backtest with the S&P 500 with top 20% of Sustainalytics scores. And then finally, we once we had our factors that we liked, we screened the securities that fit our criteria, and we exported all of those securities to Excel to start our analysis. And now I will bring Max Hayden to talk about the organization of the data.
Thank you. So we organized our data using many tables and graphs to showcase our results among each of the sectors. The table and the graph shown highlight our results for all of the sectors, and we had broken down our different factors and ESG combinations into quintiles. You can see that we have shown the top 20%, the bottom 20%, and the sector performance. And the graph on the right showcases the difference between our top 20% utilizing the factors to watch and Sustainalytics approach among the sector performance associated with that. I now invite Zach Farrell to talk about their t-test and regression.
Thank you, Max. In order to find any significance in our data, we conducted statistical analyses such as regressions and t-tests. We did this to determine if there was a proven difference between each of the metrics used for each sector, as well as cumulative and annualized returns between the top 20 and bottom 20% of companies. One sector specifically that I'd like to highlight is the financial sector, which had multiple statistically significant metrics such as ESG score, momentum, 5-year revenue growth, profit, and port US growth. I'd now like to invite Brittany Richard to talk about our results.
The idea of our research is to be able to implement our findings into a real-life investment strategy. In reference to the chart on the left-hand side, you can see how our research would work if you were to invest $1,000 into each sector during our research period, versus the actual returns for the S&P sectors during that time period. The lighter colors in the chart represent our ESG investing strategy, and the darker colors represent the actual returns of the S&P 500 during that time. On the right-hand side, you can see a graph of our research implemented into an online trading simulation called StockTrack that is held each year at Merrimack College. As you can see, our ESG investing strategy outperformed the S&P during the time period of February 2021 throughout the end of March 2021. And lastly, we'd like to thank you for taking the time to learn more of our research.